Max Caldwell had seen many peculiar houses in his years as a paranormal investigator, but nothing prepared him for the Watley estate, a crumbling Victorian nestled at the edge of town. The air outside hung heavily, carrying the scent of decaying leaves, but as he stepped onto the porch, an unexpected chill ran down his spine. He scanned the weathered wood and peeling paint, noticing the handprints pressed into the dust-covered window, as if someone had been watching him from within. Inside, the house exuded a faint stale odor, a mustiness that hinted at years of neglect. Max's flashlight beam danced across the walls, illuminating faded floral wallpaper that seemed to sag, as if burdened by the weight of memories better left untouched. The client, a woman named Clara, had insisted the house felt wrong, not haunted. This was something Max was eager to explore. After all, he often found that the most unnerving cases came with such unconventional descriptions. As he ventured deeper into the house, he heard the odd creaks of wood, echoing in a rhythm that confused him, as though a hidden heartbeat thrummed in the very structure itself. He passed a worn armchair that, despite being covered in dust, appeared oddly perpetually rumpled, as though someone had just risen from it moments before. The temperature dropped suddenly, his breath fogging the air in front of him, forming small clouds that dissipated only to return, thin as whispers. The hall was lined with doors, each one slightly ajar. Curiosity piqued, Max approached the nearest door, pressuring it lightly. It swung open with a faint groan, revealing a dark room that felt oddly alive with energy. There, standing against the far wall, was a large mirror, its surface clouded and tarnished. Strangely, instead of his own reflection, Max could swear he saw a fleeting shadow dart across the glass, a figure cloaked in heavy darkness. Just as he leaned closer, he shivered. The air inside the room felt too heavy, like a presence pressing down on his shoulders. With a slight tremor in his hands, he pulled back from the mirror and noticed that one of the doors at the end of the hallway, previously locked, was now wide open, revealing nothing but inky blackness. He could feel a pull, an insistent urge to step through the threshold. But Clara's urgent words echoed in his mind. "It feels wrong, Max. It's not haunted. It's something else." As he contemplated the unseen force drawing him closer, the shadows in the doorway seemed to stretch and writhe, twisting in on themselves. Then, with an abruptness that stole the breath from his lungs, a high-pitched whistle chased through the hallway, cold and sharp. The very walls appeared to tremble in response, and a cold sweat enveloped him. Max felt the unmistakable sensation of being watched, and as he swiveled around, he found Clara standing at the foot of the stairs, her visage pale and unnaturally glowing in the darkness. "You shouldn't be here," she whispered, though her lips weren't moving. Instead, the words floated past her with a breathy timbre that sent dread spiraling through him. In that moment, everything crystallized into stillness. Clara's form began to ripple, flickering like a faulty bulb. Max's heart raced as he realized that the house was not simply wrong, it was hungry, demanding a connection, feeding off the very fear that ensnared him. A single image burned into his mind, Clara, dissolving into shadows as the very fabric of her being was absorbed by the house. It was a useless struggle. Max stumbled backward, instincts kicking in, as he dashed for the entrance, determination fueling his flight. Reaching the porch, he felt the unsettling warmth of the house being replaced with the bitter chill of night. He didn't stop until he reached the curb, panting, heart pounding against his ribs. With the Watley estate behind him, Max took a moment to gather himself, glancing back at the looming silhouette of the house. The windows seemed dark and empty now, as if the house, finally sated, had washed away all traces of what once resided there. He had survived, yet the question lingered in his mind. What remnants of Clara remained inside, trapped in a house that craved darkness over light? That night, the air outside turned eerily quiet, as if the world held its breath, and far away, a door creaked open, whispers inviting the curious back into the depths of the Watley estate.